Hi everyone, me again, back from Norway, outside, cold weather, in the woods. Hilde Larsen, health and success coach and mindset coach, the life-enthusiast, detox specialist and author of 3 books. Now, the reason I'm coming live to you again, and I've done that a lot lately, is because when you walk outside, you get the best ideas, and I keep on thinking, what more can I do to help you feel better? What more can I do? What more can I say? And I'm like, okay, so what game are people playing? Like, what of the blame games are you playing? What do I mean about that? Well, what blame towards yourself, or what issue is it that you let standing in the way of your perfect health, your amazing life? Because you see, it doesn't have to be just the health. Obviously, when you're on, in bed, or if you're not working and you're not doing what you want to do, health is going to be number one, right? Everybody knows that. But if you're in financial rot, if you're bankrupt, if you have nothing, if you don't have money to eat, that's going to be your main thing, of course. If you had a major loss, if you just lost someone that you love, that's going to be your major thing, right? This is natural. If your heart is aching, that's your major thing. If you're depressed, that's your major thing. If you're in terrible pain, that's your major thing. If you have no money, that's your major thing. If you cannot walk, all you want to do is walk. That's why we're so different. But the drive is the same, because we want what we want. We want what we desire to be able to live our purpose. We want what's there for us to be able to live in sync with what we're here for. But the thing is, once you do one of those, everything else will follow. So it doesn't really matter. If you need to heal your heart, heal your heart. Once your heart is healed, you'll work towards feeling better on all levels. Your health will be better, and you will be led to eat better. And I'm going somewhere with this. And the same thing, if you're feeling really constipated, if all you want to do is poop, if all you want to do is change how you feel because you don't want the pain anymore, once that changes, everything else changes. Your relationships changes, your relationship to money changes. Why? Because there's only one way to heal your life, and that's to heal your life. And there's only one way to do that, and that is to step away from the story that you're telling yourself, or that special equation that holds you back, the blame game that you're playing towards yourself. Now, here's a few examples that I see in my practice is typical blame games. 1, I don't have time. It's too hard here because it's too cold. Or I can't because of my living situation. Or nobody believes in me. Or I'm so brain fogged I can't read right now, so I cannot take in that information. Or I don't have any money at all, so I really can't eat well. See, it's all bullshit when you're listening to it, right? Because once you know that this is all about the mindset, you know that there is nothing from outside of you that can dictate where you're going. There is nothing outside yourself that could ever be to blame. Except the simple situation that you can always change by staying on point and by stepping up to who you really are. Someone was walking with a dog behind me, and they were like, what is she doing? Doesn't matter. I'm just like, oh, I'm just hugging a tree right here, talking to my pals on Facebook. I'm live on Facebook, and that's all we're doing. Well, the thing is this. The blame game can keep you away from everything that you want. Because all of our lives, we have been told that there is a reason outside ourselves that is to blame for us not living our optimal life. We see it in health, when people are afraid of changing their diet without talking to a doctor. When people are afraid of changing their diet because of what other people will say, tell them, and then make them feel. We're afraid of taking charge of any part of our life because we think there's a reason not to. And as long as you think there's even a small reason not to, you're never going to get there, because there's always going to be another reason, and another reason, and another reason, and another reason. I'm walking out here today I've been barefoot in the snow. I'm dry fasting 36 hours. Right now, I'm in 24 hours, and I do that every single week. Somebody told me 5 years ago that could not be done. 10, 15 years ago, I would have believed it. Somebody told me you cannot walk without drinking or eating, feel a lot of energy, and heal at the same time. I would have believed it. Until I explored for myself and put away everything that had been holding me back. Every crap and bullshit and false belief that just comes in, rips our story apart, rips our passion apart, rips our whole journey apart. Because we think we have to adjust. You cannot adjust your story. You cannot adjust your journey to fit someone else. You cannot use the blame game to stop yourself without hurting. Because in terms we're blaming ourselves for everything, I really believe that. It looks like something from the outside, but it isn't. What do you think? I don't think so. We might be blaming a spouse or a partner or a doctor or a lawyer, whoever it is, but in terms, who are we blaming? Us. For letting it happen, for standing by, for not taking care of ourselves better, for not being more mindful, for this, for that, for this, for that. Because we feel that if we did even better, we would make it, right? So we're off the hook. There's nothing to make. There's nothing to get. There's only opening up for the wisdom that's already there. Everything is already here. We're sovereign beings, and we have innate understandings. So when we sit down and lay down the guard and stop the blame game, we can really draw on that innate, intuitive wisdom that we find in nature. And we find it in silence, not in listening more to people, not in reading more books, not in thinking we can fix everything overnight, or just change the diet to all oranges and then all be good, or listen to one video or 2 videos or 100 videos on one person talking about one thing and it's going to save us. Now, this is all information out there that we can use. And you know why it's out there? Because people like me and others, we want to share. We want to throw out the enthusiasm that keeps us going, and that's our passion. That's my mission. That's my purpose. That's different from laying it on you, because you're you, and you're a sovereign being within yourself. Because if it wasn't like that, what would happen? Well, you'd follow me for a little while, do exactly what I've been doing, and then if that didn't work in those 2 weeks that you gave me to have that work for you, you'd blame me. Or you'd blame the system, or you'd blame the raw food, you'd blame the fruits, you'd blame the sugar, you'd blame the lack of vitamins, minerals. You go all into that game again because you didn't take responsibility to saddle up, man up, grow up, and say, hey, I'm stepping up out of this game. There's no blaming here anymore. There is a search and a passion and a looking, longing, walking towards passionate road. Hi, Saswat. Good evening. From Kauai. Ooh, I love that. I love that. That is so different from where I am right now. And I love to be able to speak to you from all over the world just by clicking at one button. I mean, what a blessing. We should all get together. We are all together. So give me a happy dance below if you're with me. I mean, we're together, right? And we're doing this together. And we're wakening up. So that was my thoughts, walking in the woods today. Taking off my shoes, feeling so blessed, speaking to several of my clients today, all doing amazingly better, knowing better, learning, growing, taking back responsibility, doing totally different than just from a year ago, from 6 months ago, 3 months ago. No, fixing a life into something, molding it into something completely new. It doesn't happen in a week or two. Shit, I'm like, where did that come from? A magazine? An ad? This is work in progress. This is our life. This is our life. This is it. This is the deal. This is the real deal. And you can say this is an illusion or reality. I don't really care what it is, because I'm talking to you and you're listening to me. And if you're in pain, get going. And if you're suffering, get going. And if you want life to be better, reach out. Reach out to the people that have done what you want to do. So narrow who you're listening to. I always say this. You can listen to all, learn from a few, and follow no one. But those few that you're interested in learning from, make sure they've been there. Make sure they have walked that walk that you're interested in walking. Because anything else is just knowledge from a book, from a TV show. Come to think of it, any education that you have from a school is from a book, right? Or a video. Someone's talking to you, telling you something. Another authority, someone from the outside of you. Listen to those who've done that specifically. And that's what the internet in this world does today. It is amazing. It lets you outsource exactly what you want to listen to. It makes you shut down the news, the major feeding you, all of that. You just say, and just focus on what you want to learn more about. And make sure that it is feeding you the positive, the solutions, the inspiring stuff, not the fear, not what could happen. No, because that is feeding the blame game. It is feeding one of our stories we're telling ourselves of why we can't. So once you, in your mind, just get a little bit of, I can't, stop. Think again. Think again. It is not about that. It's about doing. And every day you're doing something. You're doing it. Every time you open your mouth and you eat something, you're doing it. It just depends on what you're doing. So are you gonna put something healthy in your mouth or not? It's up to you. There's no one to blame about that. I don't care. And if you're somewhere where you can't get fresh fruits and vegetables, well, get the next best thing. Get always the best that you can where you are. There's no one to blame for that. You're there. You live there. Well, you might not feel that it's your choice to live there right now. Well, that's your life. And you can't blame anyone for that. You can only take the solution into your own hands and do it. Because blaming is not going to get you anywhere, right? It's not going to get you healthy. It's not going to get you financial stable. It's not going to get you thriving in your life on any level. So if you really want to travel the world and just have an amazing time, you can't have anyone else do that for you. You can't send them off on the trip and travel for you. If you want to heal, you can't have anyone heal for you. If you want to eat healthy, you have to do it yourself. And you have to do it with the means that you have right now. And putting things off is a special game that most people are playing. Making reasons not to start right now. Like we need a new Monday or a new year. Or something to happen before we start. No, start today. With what you have today. Then do better and do better and do better and do better. And all of a sudden you're walking around the woods somewhere in the snow like this crazy woman, barefoot, having a blast, talking on a video, trying to help other people understand that this life is freaking amazing if you let it be. So stop blaming anything. Don't blame yourself. Love yourself to the fullest. Do your best every single day. And that's it. That's all that I wanted to tell you today. So I honor you for being here. I thank you for watching. I always thank you for watching. And I want to inspire you to do what I do. Hug another tree. It is so healing. And I don't care if you've never done it before or if you don't have to go into the woods like I do. You can just find a park or just look at a tree right by your house. Or even if you're in the middle of a city, there are trees everywhere. And they radiate energy that we need. And they're grounding. They're the opposite of the internet. They're the opposite of technology. That is foreign to us. This is home right here. This is home right here. Seriously, home. And once you start doing this and practicing this, you will know. So, take care of the part of your life that is most pressing to you. That is my purpose for this today. Take care of that first and everything else will fall into place. You don't have to take care of everything at once. If you're sick and you really need to change your diet and change your mindset, do that. It doesn't matter if you're living in the situation you would really like to, or if something else is going on you would like to change down the line, but just start by one and let me tell you and let me know how it goes, because everything will go like a domino. Your life will fall into place. One piece at a time, as long as you change your mindset. And by changing one thing, see, the mindset already had to be changed. Because if not, you wouldn't do it. You would hold on for your dear life to what's already there. In my life, I know this so well. You know what I did? I held on to my business for so long that I was bedridden with anxiety. I even went to meetings and I sat in the reception of big oil companies and I thought I was going to die. I passed out a couple of times. I just wouldn't let go. I kept on pushing and pushing and pushing. I kept on knocking on a door that was not going to open. I did not take the signals. I did not realize that what was happening was me hitting a wall harder and harder because I wasn't listening to myself. I wasn't listening to the voice saying, stop what you're doing. I had so many reasons. I had to take care of my children, my husband, my work. It defined me. Who was I if I wasn't? I needed the money. I couldn't quit my job. I couldn't this, I that, and blah, 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 blah. All that blah almost led me dead. It led me to the place where I wish I was dead. For years. So don't go there. Don't go there. Don't push yourself into where you clearly feel you're not supposed to go just because you have something going on the outside that you're telling yourself that you've believed in for so long. You think you just can't let it go. You think the world is going to stop just because you don't work. You think the world is going to stop just because you lose your hair, or you can't go to a party, or you can't go to a soccer game, or you can't follow your children to school. I had to live through that, but you know what I realized? Without me here, without me living, my children wouldn't have a mom. And I'm pretty sure that would have been much worse for them than not having a mom for a couple of years that couldn't go to soccer games or go to the school play or go, and if I had friends that didn't want to be there with me just because I couldn't go to the parties, I had some serious things, some issues to look at, which I did. I lost them. Yeah. Tough. It's tough reality out there. This is the world we're living in. We need to take back our power because the bliss is there. Believe me, enthusiasm is there. Believe me, I love life. I just love my life so much I can't even wait until this morning to get going again because I'm so passionate. But that is not what I used to be. I used to be a happy woman, yes. I used to be a joyful woman, yes. And I thought I was happy. But I wasn't. I was chasing life like most people. I was running around trying to catch up with my life. Telling myself all these stories. Blaming myself all the time for not doing better. Something went wrong. Blame game. Never feeling loved. Never loving myself enough to take care of myself. But now we know better. And now you know better. So step one, I want to challenge you. Get outside. Always go to nature. Take off your shoes, if only for a couple of minutes. And then get in some good food. Still your mind and know that it doesn't matter what you tell yourself. It might not be the truth. The truth always ends with a solution for how to do better and actually doing it. The solution is actually doing it every day. Not waiting for a Monday, just doing it. If you need to move, move. If you need to eat better, go right now and get some fruits. If you need to sign up for my coaching program, right now. If you need to be a member, right now. There's nothing to delay your life for. You're precious. You're worthy. You're amazing. And I want you to start living it like you mean it. Own it. Claim it. And I love you. And I have to go. I have a client waiting. And the sounds around here? The snow is melting. So I don't know if you can hear it. Probably not. But there's snow melting, falling from the trees everywhere. That's why I get a little, okay, so animals are coming. Okay. I'll talk soon. I'll be back. I love you. Bye.